Welcome, fellow travelers, to Tales of Mystery boosters. Hope you enjoy what I'm wearing here. It is Easter Sunday that I'm recording these episodes. I recorded last episode, this episode, and probably the next episode. It is Star Wars Easter. I've got it playing in the background. I think it's still on episode 1. But we'll be moving through all of the episodes, which is always a good time. And I hope you like the background. I changed the background up a little bit as well. In this 24-part series, we will be opening mystery boosters from this mystery booster box. We'll be going over each card and talking a little bit about each one, seeing what we would do with them and how well they play in certain strategies. Who knows? We might not talk about any of them. I'll just read them out loud. But if you like what you're seeing, like and subscribe down below. Let me know what you think of this series and what you hope to find from Mystery Boosters as well. And if you like what you see, let me know about any other things that you would like me to talk about. I like talking about stuff. So I'm going to start things off right ahead. We're going to jump right on into this, opening it up. Now there are 15. These are all reprints throughout the ages of Magic the Gathering. And we are going to jump right into the white. It is Abzan Falconer. It is 2 and a white for a 2/3 with Outlast. That's where you pay a white, tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Do this as a sorcery. Each creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it has flying. That's pretty neat. So you put a +1/+1 counter on it. After that, it's a 3/4 flyer. That's a pretty baller thing. And of course, all of your other creatures with a counter on it also have flying. So if you're not even using the Outlast ability, all your creatures with +1/+1 counters have flying. That's a pretty handy thing, especially in white decks. Next up, we have Angelic Gift. It is an aura for 1 and a white. Enchanted creature has flying, and when an angelic aura enters the battlefield, draw a card. So this whole pack seems to be all about flying. Flying is a great mechanic and is sorely needed in a lot of different strategies. It is a form of evasion that is classic and yet still relevant to this day. So even if it doesn't say unblockable, having flying can do the job most of the time. Moving to blue. Blue, I don't recognize this symbol either. This is Riftwing Cloudskate. Riftwing Cloudskate is a 3 blue creature illusion. It's a 2/2 flyer. When Riftwing Cloudskate comes into play, enters the battlefield, return target permanent to its owner's hand. So it bounces. Suspend 3. 1 and a blue. So for 1 and a blue, you can suspend this for 3 instead of paying the 5. And in 3 turns, you get to return target permanent to its owner's hand and have a 2/2 flyer with haste. I always liked the suspend mechanic. That was a really interesting mechanic with the time counters on it. And as you remove time counters, it then casts it later. It's kind of like a delayed blast type of effect. Next blue card is Sealock Monster, 3 blue for a 5/5 octopus. Sealock Monster can't attack unless defending player controls an island. 5 blue, monstrosity 3. So if this creature isn't monstrous, put 3 +1/+1 counters on it, and it becomes monstrous, which is like an early form of, Evolve or... one of the newer Ravnica things had a similar effect. When Sealock Monster becomes monstrous, target land becomes an island in addition to its other types. Oh, okay, so you can't attack with it unless they have an island, and if they don't have an island, by making it monstrous, you can then attack with it by giving them an island. That's interesting. And it just becomes an island. It's not until end of turn. Pretty neat. Moving to black, we have Instill Infection. Instill Infection is an instant for 3 and a black. Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Draw a card. I always love the whole cantrip effects. And -1/-1 counters, if you're proliferating, can be much more effective than just a -1/-1 until end of turn. So those are fun things to think about as well. The next card is Mephitic Vapors. 2 and a black for sorcery. All creatures get -1/-1 until end of turn. Surveil 2. Surveil is always a nice mechanic. That's essentially like scrying, but instead of putting it on the bottom of the library if you don't want it, you can put it in your graveyard. And that can definitely be more effective in a lot of different strategies. And so I always find that Surveil is better than Scry, although Scry is much more prolific, so, it's still good. Moving to red, we have Goblin Night. 2 and a red for a 3/2 in flavor text. I'm going to go ahead and read the flavor text. Astride the bucking creature, Gribble hurtled down the mountainside while his Grotag brethren cheered. It was at that moment that the legend of the Skrill Tamer was born. Sounds almost like from the Jabberwock. Alrighty. Next red card, we have Blood Mad Vampire. It's a 2 and a red for a Vampire Berserker. It's a 4/1 with Madness, 1 and a red. So if you're discarding this, you can cast it for just 1 and a red instead of 2 and a red. Whenever Blood Mad Vampire deals combat damage to a player, put a +1/+1 counter on it. If you slap Menace on this, you can start doing some serious damage. Pretty neat. Moving to green, we have Penumbra Spider. I like the Penumbra cards. Haven't seen them in a while. They were recently reprinted in a master set, though. 2 green for a creature spider with reach. It's a 2/4, and when it dies, you create a 2/4 black spider creature token with reach. So when it dies, you make a zombie token, basically, of it. It's still a spider, but it's black, and it's kind of like its shadow coming out to defend its honor. The next green card, we have Crossroads Consecrator. It's a 1/2 human cleric for 1 green. And for 1 green, and tap it, target attacking human gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Human matters. There are lots of decks and strategies that can involve that, so definitely one to play. I haven't run a lot of Humans Matters decks, but I've played some people that have, and the newest Commander 2020 set has a whole Humans Matter sub-theme, so there's something with that. Next up, we have the Multicolored card. The Multicolored card is hybrid mana. It is Gift of Orzhova. 1 Orzhov hybrid. So 3 mana total. Enchantment Aura. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has flying and lifelink. There you go. That is a great combination for 3 mana. You slap that right onto a big creature. You're having trouble, you can get right on in and gain a whole bunch of life. Even if you end up attacking once before it gets killed, that's a big swing right there. We're moving on to the Colorless card. The Colorless card is an artifact creature for 3. It is a 1/3 Bottle Gnomes. Artifact creature gnome. Sacrifice Bottle Gnomes, you gain 3 life. Flavor text says reinforcements or refreshments. Yeah. Bottle Gnomes. It's a picture of like little automatons with like bubbly liquid inside them. Delicious. All right, next up we've got our old card. This is hailing all the way from M12. Core Set 12. Timely Reinforcements. It's 2 and a white for sorcery. If you have less life than an opponent, you gain 6 life. If you control fewer creatures than an opponent, put 3 1/1 white soldier creature tokens onto the battlefield. This is a if you're behind, gives you a boost type of thing. Not too bad for 3 mana. Probably plays better in limited formats. I'm sure you can figure out something fun to do with it in Commander, but of course, if you're behind, you're behind. And if you're not behind, it's a worthless card. So there's that. We're going to go to the rare card. The rare card is entitled Phyrexian Plague Lord. It is 3 black for a creature carrier, 4/4. Tap it, sacrifice Phyrexian Plague Lord, target creature gets -4/-4 until end of turn. Sacrifice a creature, target creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. So you can sacrifice little tokens to make things smaller or kill them, or you can just sacrifice this altogether to kill something bigger. Neat little removal creature. I don't know what the best strategies are to deal with that. I'm not sure. Maybe in a Massacre Girl deck? Alright, and the foil this time around is called Mage Rite Stone. It's 2 generic for an artifact. 1, tap it, untap target creature that has an activated ability with tap in its cost. Lets you use tap creatures twice. It's not too bad. Not too bad. A little sacrificial, little recap with that. So thanks so much. Those are the cards with this pack, and we hope you had a good time. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below, and let me know about anything that you've seen, any cards that you particularly like, and ones that are your favorites, or cards that you found within mystery boosters that you'd like to share. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.